you all to call a number or 911 so they can respond to it. Look at them keep looking back here at me. Clowns in a uniform. But DT, this is where you need to bring your National Guard and your federal police. Bring them across the line into Prince George's County because these guys here ain't doing shit. Serious. And they make all of them look, all your officers look bad in this county. What's up, man?
What's up?
All right.
What they on
On a free welfare trip, man. Getting that welfare money. That's all they is. I mean, and when the citizens see this, how do you think they make them feel? Even the young generation see them, they sitting around doing nothing, picking up a welfare check, doing nothing. All right, there's nobody here. They just got the drive-through open, but we still got two unmarked cars sitting here guarding nothing. A drive-through, y'all. And let me tell y'all something. Go back and look at some of my recordings. We contacted the state police about those security guards having these red and blue lights. That should be a criminal act impersonating police officers because they should not have these red and blue lights on their vehicles. And they're unmarked, has no logo of what company they work for or anything. At this McDonald's, the same thing is going on. You come down here sometimes and you got guys got guns on their side. You don't know if they're security guards or what. They just dressed in black and got a badge. Anybody can do that. But this right here, these security guards riding around, I don't care if you are a commissioned officer, you should never have these red and blue lights on. And they sanction them to have them on because there's a shortage of law enforcement. These guys can't make it on the real police force. So why are you gonna get them berries and cherries and let them put on their cars? You want me to tell you why? Because the owners of these companies are law enforcement or old law enforcement, and they turning a blind eye to this shit, which should be illegal. If they security, they should put yellow lights on it. They should never have these red and blue lights on them because you can't tell if they the police or not. And if doing security work, you don't need red and blue lights. Say you securing this parking lot. What the fuck you need red and blue lights on in this little square parking lot? And I've talked to some of the state troopers about that, and I don't know what they're gonna do about it, but I'm telling you, these lights need to come off of these security guard companies' cars, and they should be having logos on their uniforms so the citizens can distinguish if they're real law enforcement officers or if they're security guards. I don't care if they're commissioned officers or not. Special police still should have their name of their companies on there. And when you ask some of these guys, they don't even want to tell you what security company they work for because, from my understanding, talking some of them off the record, half of them ain't qualified to carry that firearm, and some of them getting paid under the table. So that's how corruption is. So this McDonald's here, I think it's a lieutenant or a captain of the Prince George's County Police Department security people here. And I don't know who this is in this black car right here or in that silver car right there. But they should not have them red and berry chairs on unless they the real police. Because right now you can't tell if they the police or not. And then if you go back and look at the thing, he's talking about he's a commission officer. So what? You still can't cross certain lines as a commission officer. Your job is to just secure and for shoplifters and whatever, say on this McDonald's property. That's it. You're not supposed to leave this property, the boundaries of this property, chasing nobody or whatever, or running nobody's to see if they got warrants or whatever. You're a security guard. I know y'all love to put big names on shit, you know, administrative assistant. You're a secretary. Or I'm a what they call it, the trash collector. I'm a something they say. No, you're a garbage collector. Come on, man. Cause you changed the name of that makes you something bigger? Fuck no, you still a security guard. And you should not have them red and blue lights on because if I was a police officer, I would be offended by these guys get to ride around with these red and blue lights on. They can't go through the academy. They can't pass the academy. They can't pass the qualifications to be a police officer. But you gonna let them ride around with these berries and cherries on? I would have a problem with that. Well, they act like these clowns here anyway. I think the one in the gray car, he's a police. I think I've seen police on his. But the security guards do the same thing. They got police all over. They're impersonating a police officer, which they're not. They're security guards. Even the special police are still security guards. There's a fine line between a real police officer and a security guard. And if you don't believe me, go Google what the jobs of a security guard and the jobs of a commission and a police officer. They're all different. But again, look how long we've been sitting here guarding the drive-through of McDonald's and the dope house. And I can bet you $100 if I go down to Bank of America, they sitting down there too. Somebody told me that they were out here because they had called about a situation and they never showed up there. They didn't show up because they sitting right here. Look at it. Only cowards put these lights on and keep them running. But when you have corruption, this is how corruption started. I told y'all before Donald Trump got into office again, what he was going to do. Way before he did, I saw the writing on the wall. Okay, he's talking about making America great again. No, he's destroying this country, and I told people that. But it's sad we only had two clowns running for the presidency that were, you know, worthy enough. Two lunatics. And you see how that worked out for you? But believe me, history is repeating itself. This man is drawing lines in the sand for the American people. And sooner or later, the American people are going to get tired and there's going to be a civil war in this country. I'm telling you. This is my word. I'm telling you what's about to happen. There was a movie, I think it's called Philadelphia. Don't quote me on that, about a police officer and the man called out the National Guard and the police, and I think they beat his wife while she was trying to get home. And that's what these officers are going to have to do. They're going to have to go through that fine line. Are you going to do what is right, or are you going to follow corruption? We have a serious problem in this country now, y'all, and it don't got worse. It don't got worse. You ain't even got law enforcement want to go out and do their job. They want to sit around, kick the bobo all night long for their whole shift. And I don't tell y'all, you business owners, you think this is cute, but I'm telling you, McDonald's, Shell, Advance Auto, Popeyes, gas station, they're losing revenue because of what ICE is doing. Nobody wants to come and spend money at these shops but a few people. Look how it is. This parking lot usually be full. Look at it now. Nobody's coming to this place. They're not making the big money like they used to make because you got these clowns sitting on your property with their berries and cherries on. And yeah, ain't nobody respect them. I mean, if you're looking for respect, you're not getting no respect from these guys. Look at the parking lot, y'all. The parking lot is empty. The street is empty. Go back and look at some of my recordings where you see people walking up and down. There's a Vance Auto. They're closed right now, but people walk up and down this street all night long. Nobody's out here, and you want to know why? Because ICE is in the area. And people know that. The word has gotten out. And then you got these two clowns sitting up here, you know, coming through here because the drive-through is open. They're securing a drive-through for McDonald's, y'all. Making $60,000 a year, you know. And again, I don't know who this is in this black car, but when he drive off, I'm gonna see. But I know that's a cop right there in the silver one. And if they're not, why do they have these berries and cherries on their cars? To guard this little area right here? Come on, man. They got them because there's a captain or a lieutenant in the Prince George's County who is allowing this shit to happen. And it needs to stop, citizens. Look at this shit, y'all. I'm gonna try to get McDonald's and the crack house in the same thing. And we got these two of them just sitting here with their berries and cherries on. Unless you cowards, why you got your emergency lights on? In the state of Maryland, you're not supposed to have those lights on unless you're going to an emergency or you are engaged in some kind of traffic control or whatever. Not doing security work. Come on, man. We need some people who know the law and who will hold people accountable for their actions. We don't want to scare the criminals away. You're supposed to be locking them up. That's what the citizens pay you to do, not scare them away. Look how long we've sitting here. This shit is unreal, y'all. Well, it's not unreal. It's because this is what our country has become, a country full of cowards. Nobody holds people accountable for anything. And this new chief of police for the Prince George's County and this county executive, once y'all see this, well, y'all seen some of my recordings. And citizens, if they don't change this shit, y'all need to think about voting them out of office, changing them, and putting people in there that hold people accountable for their actions. They got both of these cars running.